Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm recording a build. We are building in Willow Creek. It is the first build of my game save, and it's the quick cabana lot, I think. But since I'm building, and I kind of just wanted to talk to you about myself a little bit, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story about 6th grade. 6th grade through 8th grade, it was very fun. That was sarcasm. It was not fun at all. I got bullied. Oof. Sorry. I don't know why that was so hard to say. I say it all the time, but I got bullied. This one night, it was winter time, and this boy was texting me. I'm gonna call him T for the story. T was texting me talking about some "I like you," and then he goes, "I'm just kidding, but I have liked one guy before." I'm like, "Ooh." Well, no, he did ask me if I liked him back, and I did not answer, so he kind of was like, "I'm just kidding," and then he goes, "But I have liked one guy before," and I was like, "Who?" And he goes, "You, dumb." And I was like, "Oh," and he goes, "Do you like me too?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, cool, I'll like you, I guess." I was dating a girl. Was I dating a girl? I don't remember. All I know is that he screenshotted the messages after I said I liked him back and blocked me. We had a snow day the next day, so I was like, okay, I'm chilling. It was either late that night or that morning, but I found out we had a snow day, so I just went to sleep and I was fine. And then the next Monday rolled around, and that's when it started. I got bullied. He was talking smack. For Valentine's Day, they put these little hearts on our lockers with nice things, and it says, mine said "you're something," and he crossed out the word and put "gay," and I was like, whatever, I don't care. Like, I left it on there too. I'm not mad. I left it on there, like, cool. And sorry, where was I in the story? Oh, so he kinda, crossed that out and put "gay" on it, and then we got into an argument in class, like a full-blown argument. I was in his face, he was in my face. We were just yeah, and I was a scared cat, not even gonna lie to you. I didn't know how to fight. I was learning how to fight that year, actually. Before COVID hit, I was learning how to fight, and so yeah, I got scared and I didn't know how to fight. So I kind of backed down, ran out the room crying, because 6th grade, I was young, I was a child, and it doesn't matter. I ran out the room crying, and I was running down the hallway. I don't even know where I was going, but all I know is all my friends were trying to stop me, and I was pushing past them like, "Don't talk to me." And then I ran into the principal, and I was trying to tell her not to talk to me, but she didn't take it, so I had to go sit in her classroom and tell her what happened, her office, and tell her what happened. And then I had to talk to him, and we kind of settled it for that year. And then the next year rolled around, and it was COVID, so we weren't really face to face, but we were texting over Google Hangouts, and yeah, that sparked a lot of problems for us too. He wanted to fight me that year, and I told my teacher on him, because we were on the same team, so we had the same teachers, and we would go on these walks every day after lunch, but he was gonna fight me during that walk. So yeah, he didn't get to. The teacher separated us, and then that was kind of it for that grade. And then 8th grade is kind of where it spiraled. It spiraled down like real bad. So we're gonna start it out with the day I told AY the situation. So I told AY about how he outed me in 6th grade because he screenshotted it and sent it around to everybody. I don't care, but I'm not mad. I whooped his. I don't care. My bad. Pardon my language. But so I'm sitting here like telling her the story, and she disappears out of nowhere. Like, I'm in my locker and she disappears. I'm like, she'll come back. So I continued to do what I needed to do with my locker, and then I shut it, and I turned around and she was there, and she was like, "I just told him that he's a homophobic B-word." And I was like, "You did what? Like, you're starting issues for me that I don't need. So what's up? Like, why are we starting issues right now?" And I have so much like love for her right now, but we're not talking right now, and I'm about to tell you about that in a later episode of my story times and my builds. But let's continue on with this story. So I start walking to my class, and she's walking with me, and we walk past T, and she starts pointing, and she's like, this T, right? This T. And she's going, and he's like, why am I a homophobic B-word? Why am I a homophobic B-word? Is it because Davion's an F-slur? I said, what? I looked at him, he looked at me, I said, what? There was a whole group of people around him. There was no way I was going to get to him. And he said it a couple more times, and then he put his bag down and said, what's up? And I said, I'm not going to be late for you. There's already teachers in the hallway looking at me. I'm not about to be late for you. Dude went down to the office and told on me, and expecting me not to have an attitude when I came down there. And I came down there, and I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. I told the girl what happened. You want me not to tell people that he outed me? Like, no. I'm not gonna not tell people because you don't want me to tell people. And he's sitting here getting all mad, and we had a no contact contract because of it. And I'm like, I don't care. He doesn't need to talk to me. I don't need to talk to him. I don't have any interest. So we go on for a little bit longer, and things are great. I'm not talking to this girl AM anymore. I started talking to Am in 5th grade, but we stopped talking a little bit, and we started talking again in 7th grade, and we were really close. Like, I used to start leaving the house with her, like, not leaving the house, leaving school with her. We would go places, and it was just like, I got really close with her. And then in 8th grade, she posts on her story a Send It. If you don't know what a Send It is, it's basically like this thing where you get to send anonymous messages on someone's Snapchat story, or Instagram, I don't know. It works on a lot of different apps, but that's not the point. The point is that someone swiped up and said, who's your boy best friend? And she put T, and I was like, oh, this is how we're gonna play it. And I also met in 5th grade, and we were close 7th and 8th grade until something happened in 8th grade. But I'm not gonna talk about that right now. So she posts on her story that, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is how we're playing. So we're playing it, and I let it go. I didn't swipe up or anything, but I posted a story of my own, and I'll read it to you. It's full of typos, and you could tell that it was written by a child. Anyways, we finna start with you. You are literally the reason our friend group fell apart. I'm gonna do a whole episode about just so you know. You are literally the whole reason our friend group fell apart. Nobody likes getting their hair pulled. I don't get why you think that was okay and got mad when they told someone about it. Next, you literally don't talk to any of us anymore because you don't care about us. Like, me, Em, and you were still cool, and you started ignoring us like we were nothing. I went with you almost every day for a while last year, and you gonna act like it doesn't matter. Also, when someone asks who your boy best friend is and you pick the person that made my life a living hell, I was hoping it was a joke, but it wasn't. I went through everything with you and you chose him. I went to all your cousins' games. I went to the park all those times. I went to a baseball game that messed up, that effed me over in the end. I don't know why I'm trying to blur myself. Effed me over in the end. Oh, and when you got mad at me for putting my arm around S, there's so many letters. When you got mad at me for putting my arm around S, that was the dumbest thing ever. I'm done. Have a great night. She swiped up responding to that all mad, and I was like, oh, you're mad. And she was mad, and she swiped up and she was angry about it, and I was like, okay, cool. I can't change how you feel about what I posted on my story, and it's not like everybody could see it. It was literally just her and everybody else I was talking about on the story. Anne persuades Anne. I don't know why I keep calling her Anne. Anne swipes up on the story and writes this whole big paragraph sticking up for Am, and then uses T's name. Screenshots it, posts it on her story. T sees it, and she wanted to tell me that T wasn't on the story. How is T not on the story, but he saw the story? Weird, right? Anyways, so I get added to a group chat with her, him. Well, he added me first. He added me on Snap, and I was just like, oh. And when he texted me, I screenshotted it because he broke the contract, and I was about to get him in trouble for that. But then it was like he was gonna fight me, so I didn't tell anybody. So I go about my business. I'm in this group chat. They're talking about how they're gonna, him and Jay, they're talking about how they're gonna jump me, blah blah blah. It never even happened. I don't even know why I was scared. I was over here telling M, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. They're gonna jump me. They're gonna kill me. I'm gonna die. Like, I was so scared. I was like shaking in my boots. And I remember while we were arguing in the middle of it, he was like, that's why your mom's calling me for money and peeing. Dude, we're in 8th grade. My mom's not calling you for none of that. You don't even have that. Where's your money? And I was like, I'm sorry, my mom doesn't like shrimp. And that's what really set him off. He really got mad that I said he had a shrimp. And I was like, okay, just say it's true without saying it's true. And so he was like, it's on site. And at that point, it was on site. He said, there's no words, we're just fighting. I pulled up to school the next day, still scared as hell, thinking I'm about to die. And I get through first block fine. I went down to the office because of some other incident that happened. I've been to the office so many times. I went to the office because I got stabbed. And then, not like actually stabbed, it was literally a pencil, but that hurt. Ooh, I swear again. Anyways, so I'm in the office and I'm telling them about the whole me getting stabbed. I didn't tell them about him trying to fight me. I know that was bad, but you know, I wasn't going to. So I made it through second block fine, and kid that was in my second block class brought tea to me. T said, I already told you what's about to happen. He pushed me. When I tell you, I know what to do. I punched him in his face, and everybody gasped. I was shocked. He was a little shocked, and then he turned and punched me in my nose, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I grabbed him by his head, and I started punching him repeatedly, and then he grabbed me by my waist. And at that point, I'm like, whoa, that's weird. And he slammed me up against the wall. But I still had him by his head, so I kept punching. The teacher that split us up the year before, she came out of her classroom. She said, Davion, let's go for a walk. And I said, okay, cool. And I walked away. His friends dabbed me up. My friends dabbed me up. I saw M's stepbrother on the way to the office. And then when we got to the office, I milked all of it. I was like, my nose hurts so bad. I asked them nicely to go to the office, to go to the nurse. I sat in the nurse for like 30 minutes, talked about some of my nose hurt. My nose didn't hurt. I just didn't want to get in trouble. And then they took my phone and my headphones away. And I was sitting there. They took my phone. They took my AirPods. And they're like, and I'm sitting here. I can't even tell my mom I fought T. So I'm sitting here panicking a little bit like, oh my God. And yeah. That was kind of the end of it that year too. I only got suspended for one day, and when I came back for, you know, like the orientation, like you gotta come back to make sure you're not gonna fight anybody and to go over the rules and stuff. I don't really know how it works. When my mom said that I whooped his, they all looked down and shook their heads yes and smiled about it. I was like, yes, period. At least they know. And then this year, dude want to slapbox me in the bathroom. So I'm walking with my friend, and he's like, yo, there's slapbox in the bathroom, you want to go watch? I'm like, yeah, I'll watch, but I'm not going to participate. I said I wasn't going to participate. I should have stuck by that, but I didn't want to be called a scaredy cat, you know? And so I walked in there, and I was just like, I'm just here to watch. And they're like, we should rerun 8th grade and see how it would have went. And they were all talking about it, and I was like, yeah. And I was standing there like, I don't care. Like, if y'all finna put me in here, y'all finna put me in here. I don't care. So they put us up next to each other, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really about to happen. And he's like, are we punching or are we slapping? And I'm sitting here like, please say slapping, because I'm not trying to get punched in my face. They all said slapping, so I'm like, okay, we're slapping. He's like, headshots or body shots? I'm like, please say headshots, because I really need to slap him in his face. And they said headshots, so I slapped him a couple good times, and that was that. And then I walked out and then at the end, after I slapped him a couple good times, he slapped me a good twice-ish. He grabbed me and he punched me in my eye, and that's why I was like, no, you punched me, we're done. And I walked out the room. I did sound a little scary, but it hurt. I walked out. I was done. Anyways, that was pretty much the end of the story. Thank you guys so much for listening. We're gonna get into touring the build now, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. We are actually in to tour right now. I think what I just want to do going forward is kind of work more on landscaping, because this is kind of sad. I mean, like, there's no paint, there's barely any plants. I really was trying to make it match the neighborhood, and I really didn't know how. So yeah, because I was looking for these orange flowers. You could kind of see that I was struggling to pick a flower because I was looking for those flowers. Whoever just snapped me needs to get out of here. Anyways, we're gonna walk into the house now. We have this little porch. I just put a couch here. I didn't really know what to put here, but I didn't want to leave it empty. Now in here we have our living room. It is very small, clean, not a lot of clutter in this house, because I'm just gonna say that the person that moved in just moved in, like they just finished decorating, because that's what it's gonna look like. Some of these houses will be more cluttered and more lived in. I don't know why I put air quotes around it, but like some of the houses will not look like this. I want to say something about the nursery. I'll say it when we get in there, because I don't know how I feel. Oh, we're in here. So this little shelf area right here and this little shelf area right here, they looked very similar when I was recording, and I was like, I put the same shelf down. And I want to know what you guys think, because before I do put my game save out, I do want to like get everything that you guys, all recommendations or whatever, just figured out and put in, so that I can have it there for you guys. I'm going to make a non-CC version of this. I'm going to take all the CC out of my game, and I'm going to just load in the game and, you know, just, what is the word? Rebuild everything to like the ability that I can without the CC that I have. And most of this build, actually, to be honest with you, that's CC. But most of this build is not CC. Like this whole room, except for that mirror, which I could easily replace, like that whole room is base game. That's CC. That's CC. I just want to see what's CC and what's not, so I know what I have to replace. I think that plant is not actually. That paper towel roll is. That candle is, but I can find things to replace them. That top thingy is, and so is that plant. And that's pretty much it for the CC in this room. And then the high chair, obviously, and that lamp. But I could replace it with the mailbox lamp. And then here's our bathroom. I really like this tiling that came with the growing together pack, I think it is. I really do like the tiles. I wish they made that bigger. It's really small. And is that supposed to go like on top of a counter or something? This window, I only put this window in here because I thought it was going to cover more than it does. It doesn't. And that's pretty much it for the bathroom. And then in here we have the monster, the master bed. This is all CC except for the rug, so I'm gonna have to replace this all. But see, no pictures on the wall, no birth certificates, no nothing, because it's really not that lived in. Like it's not that lived in. And then if we go out through here, we have the backyard area, which is also not that big, but this is going to be like a family for two. It'll have the mom and an infant. I don't know if I'm going to, you know, record me doing the create sim for this or not, but I really do hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. It was really interesting build, to be honest. Building on the slot is always interesting to me because I always build something different. It never looks the same on the slot, but I don't know why it's being annoying and moving. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and comment down below something, either a suggestion that you have, something you like about the video, a comment on the story. Just comment something, you know? But thank you guys once again for watching this video, and I will see you in either a Sims video, a not Sims video, a build video, who knows. But I'll see you in another video. Bye. I don't know why I did that wave, but bye.